Welcome to the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast. I'm Scott Whitwam. Today's podcast is just a podcast about new beginnings.
Welcome to the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast with Scott Whitwam, your blueprint to financial abundance. Settle in as we explore the mindset and methods for wealth building through real estate.
Welcome back. I'm Scott Whitwam. Thanks for joining me on this episode of the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast. I called this episode New Beginnings because we're beginning a new project. I mean, often I'm in the podcast studio, I have guests, I shoot the podcast alone, and we just talk about topics. Today, I thought we'd talk about a topic that is kind of active, something that we have going on. The real estate market in our area, here in the Phoenix area, has begun to pick up, and we've added some new verticals to it. But in addition to being a real estate investor coach, I'm also a real estate investor, and I also own a construction company, AZ Renovation, where we do residential and commercial construction. But today we're at 170 South William Dillard here at Building 3, Suite 108 in Gilbert, Arizona, because we're opening up a new showroom. Last year we opened up 2 cooperative showrooms, one in Chandler, which was to be a cabinet-only showroom for people wanting to do kitchen cabinets, bathroom cabinetry, whole home cabinetry type solutions. And then we opened up a second showroom in cooperation with Nouvelle Lighting. They're a lighting and fixture and bath company, and good friend of mine, Mike Throckmorton over there, owns Nouvelle Lighting. And so we brought our cabinet lines as the construction company into that showroom. It gave us 2 cooperative showrooms. Well, here a little bit ago, I had an opportunity to open up this showroom. It's over 5,000 square feet. We have kitchen cabinets, we have countertops, we have a warehouse where we have stone material, quartz, quartzite, marble, granite, where people can actually come and go through the stone here on site, look through all of our cabinet lines, our value line, our luxury lines, our full custom lines. We can do cabinet design. So this is a big upgrade and step for us. But today is really kind of the new beginning, because this is the first day that we've really had possession of the building. So I thought it'd be great just to shoot from here. I have my painting crew in today to do paint work. So as we walk into the building, we're going to see the prep for the painting as they get ready to start cleaning the walls off. And we'll look at some of the things that we have going on in there. You'll get to see what one of our works in progress is like. We're going to be doing some more of these episodes. I know Eric, my producer, has talked about it. We just picked up a couple more projects, and we're going to be doing some stuff from there related to this podcast also, so that you can see some of the works in progress, not just hear about the theory, not just hear about how things work, not just hear about the economy, but actually see the works in progress. So why don't you come on with me? Let's go on into the showroom, and we'll take a look around. So one of the things that we did over the weekend is I had my designer come in and mark out all the different colors and the things that they wanted in the showroom. And you're going to hear some background noise. I got the painters working. I'm not going to stop them. And so the designer came through and they put these sticky tabs all over the walls so that the painter know which walls get what color here in the design and showroom. For us, this is going to be a bigger undertaking, because we're going from just being the construction company side of things, AZ Renovation, into being a renovation showroom. We're going to have all the cabinet hardware and all of the countertop material, all of the cabinets. We're going to have everything that's needed in order to make this work. In addition, I actually got these here today. I'm going to put this hat on. We're working with, for those of you who've watched the podcast at all, the green light buying machine. This is Brian and Gina Kandesky's new company, and we're working in cooperation with them on a project now in West Phoenix, and you're going to get a chance to see that here in April as we take that property down, do the construction on it. I encourage you, if you're interested in getting into co-living, into short-term rentals, make sure you reach out to Brian and Gina, and they do a really good job of teaching people, but their program isn't just about teaching. They actually work with hedge funds and corporate buyers so that the products that you're buying, when you're putting them together, when you're doing the rehab on them, you're fixing them up, they actually have an end buyer for you. So their program is set up not just to be another one of these teaching tools that you pay an exorbitant amount of money for, but it's also a way to dispose of the products that you're buying. So I just thought I would throw that in. Brian and Gina have been a big help to me over the years, and partners again on the podcast many times. So, but let's go ahead and take a little walk around. We're going to go through the showroom here first, and you can see that there's no real system that you have to use. One of the things that I wanted is to make sure that the designer's ideas for the color matches on our cabinets got matched with the different walls so that when people come in, there's the greatest impact. You know, we use this thing here. If you don't have one of these, I certainly recommend that you go get it. It's a color wheel. You should have one of these anytime you're doing one of your renovation projects. Not every one of your houses have to be white. It's a nice thing about being married to somebody who does interior design and color coordination. When Tina goes out to our properties, she's the one that says, well, no, this color needs to be here, this texture needs to be here, this kind of flooring needs to be there. And we can use these color charts in order for her to bring it all together. And then she goes through and she makes sure she lays out everything that needs to be done. Because not only do we want this to look good as far as the walls and the counters and the reception area and all that, we want it to also flow with all of the products that we're going to be making available in here. You know, because we service not only the retail consumer, but we also work with people on the construction side. And so we want them to be able to come in and see the products that are most relevant to them. And that's why with this showroom, it gives us the ability to expand that, to be able to have a place where they can find their lighting, where they can find their fixtures, where they can find their stone countertops, where they can find their cabinetry. And as you look around here, you can see it's kind of a mess right now because we're painting. Like I said, this is new beginnings. This is kind of walking into it, but the countertops that we've got in, the displays, the cabinets, all of the neat things. And the things that we're able to add here that we couldn't add in our other showroom that I'm really excited about. This is something that's a product by, some of these products by Renovation are some things now we can actually show consumers what they can have in their kitchen, the different pullouts, the different organization objects. And that gives us the ability in here in this showroom. That's another reason why I'm really excited about it. You know, like drawer pullouts with multiple stages where you can put all your cooking utensils. And so this gives us the ability now to scale up. And that's one of the things that we talk about on the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast is about how can you scale your real estate investing up. For us, you know, we've added the construction company, you know, years ago. We're not only flipping homes, we have buy and hold. Now we're in the short-term market. We've got wholesale stuff going on. And now we've got retail locations. So we have the multiple, but this one here will be our crown jewel. And just a second, we're going to walk back out into the warehouse. And I want to show you another reason why I'm really excited. Not only do we get to display the cabinets and all the accessories and all of the stone materials, and so people can see it firsthand in one place. You know, it's really tough when you're going out and meeting with retail clients. So, you know, so whether you have a JV partner or whatever it is, you've got retail clients, you've got other people that may be voices in this. But it's really tough to go to the home itself and show them everything they want to see. I remember walking into a home here a couple months ago, and the lady had an appointment for a renovation. And I got there and she says, well, can you show me all of the samples? So we don't have all of the samples. We don't carry those around in our car, you know. But here, you know, we can have all of the different type of materials here. They can come in and they go, oh, this is exactly what we want. We want white, clean. We want sands. We want darks. We want this. And we can have all the different products here so that we become a full service facility for the construction industry and enhance for our construction companies. So all I need is somebody to show me how to work the stuff. There we go. All right, so we're going to go out towards the back. This is really good. Okay, well, while we go, so this open area in here, when we came in, they were still doing laminate. So we don't do laminate countertops except for in commercial locations. So, but they had the machines and everything to press their own laminate, cut their own laminate. So they had huge laminate display in here. We're going to be able to bring in our high-end wood flooring, which would be installed in some of the, you know, obviously the upper end zip codes. We don't do a lot of it In common homes, we're doing more luxury vinyl plank. But we also sell a high-end luxury vinyl plank, and we'll be able to display all those here. And we're going to have huge tile displays for backsplashes and flooring and all that kind of stuff. Now let's come on out into the warehouse. And this is, obviously we had to clean this up a little bit so that we can get paint on the walls, but we're going to have full displays of vanity sinks out here, kitchen sinks, all the different types, the 40-60, the 60-40s, the 50-50s. We're going to have, the smaller stuff. We'll have the porcelain, we'll have the round, the white. We'll have all of that stuff out here that people who are remodeling homes can find quickly and easily all in one place. And they'll all be on display. And then we'll bring our lighting all into this area. So we'll have our drop-down lighting, our pendants, our kitchen table lighting, and then we'll be able to show off our flush mount LEDs, our color adjusting, and then our vanity lights and all those type of things in here. So this gives us a real advantage to doing this. We're adding 3 large screen TVs in here, so that while people are in here and we're doing cabinet design for them, our designers can show what they're looking at or what their layout is. My partner, who's the architect of the team, he can come here and actually show architectural layouts up on the big screen so the clients can see if we're doing additions, if we're changing walls, whatever those things are. We can show all those on the big screens to the consumer so that they can see what it is that we're actually working on for them. So pretty excited about this as a new beginning for us. Now let's go on out into to the warehouse. So this will be our location. We already have some inventory in here. I know it's a little dim in here today, but I got all of the stone slabs. At least our most of our inventory has got a call from my fabricator. We got a whole bunch more stuff sitting out at fabrication. We'll bring this in, and this will give a big area where people can come and actually see their stone slabs after they've selected them. We'll have inventory in here. People can shop them, not just the small pieces, but we'll have much of it here. We also have a big yard out back. We'll have bathtubs and toilets in here so people can actually look at the fixtures. In the bathroom area that we have here, we're actually putting in a half shower. And so the idea is to create the shower look without it actually being a shower. So we won't have any water to it, but we'll have all the fixtures so somebody can see what an overhead rain shower looks like, or a typical wall shower looks like. We'll probably do a half Schluter pan where you can see the base pan, you can see the underlayment, and you can see the tile on top of it, and then the glass surround. And this gives us a lot of area to work. So a lot of the stuff that we do right now, we do on site. So when we're doing a flip, we're fabricating everything on site with all of our tools. But a lot of it now we'll be able to fabricate here. Come on with me. Let me show you what we've got here in the back. So now we've got this 12 by 12 cutting table with a 16-inch saw on it. And this was designed actually for cutting laminate countertops. But we can use it actually for modifying doors. We can use it for subtops. We can use it for any custom cuts for wainscot, any of those kind of things. We can all do it in here and have it all ready to go to the job. And our new system will have all this racking that we have over here, which will be behind me now, all this racking over here. And each one of these can be labeled then with a job number on it. And so we can prep all of the jobs. We can get all the materials in early. That's always a problem that you have when you're doing construction, is when do you get stuff to the job site? The garages fill up, and it's where do you put everything? We'll actually be able to store much of it here, and it'll all be labeled. We bring the company trailer in, load the trailer up. We can bring the box van in, load the box van up, load it all, take it to a job site. So I'm really excited about this new beginning as we're scaling up. I think it's just part of the progression of where we want to go. We don't want to just be a construction company. We don't want to be just an investment company. We want to be a full supplier of all things real estate. It's how we help with design build. We help customers find the homes that they want and produce a remodel plan for them to make them what they want. And now we have actually the design facility. I'd love for you to come down and take a look at it. If you're in the area, we're opening by appointment in April. And then in May, we will be open regular hours. Watch for our advertisements. We'll be talking a little bit more about it on the podcast as we go. And we're going to be doing some more podcasts on short-term rental stuff because we're getting ready to show you some of that in the coming weeks. Real excited about what's going on. Thank you for joining the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast. If If you enjoyed this episode, this practical episode, please share with some friends. We'd love to have them become part of this growing real estate investing community. It's good to hear from you guys every week, so thank you for joining us. You can always find the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast on Apple Podcast, iHeart, Spotify, or wherever you enjoy listening to your podcast. I'm Scott Whitwam. Thank you again for joining the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast, where we're wealth building through real estate.